Have you ever tried to pray, and your brain immediately launches into a mental slideshow of everything you forgot to do? Your mind races, your heart speeds up, and suddenly prayer feels impossible. But here's the truth, your brain isn't sabotaging your prayer life. It is overwhelmed. And overwhelmed brains don't shut down, they speed up. The empathetic challenge. What if your racing thoughts aren't a spiritual failure, but a neurological signal? What if God is inviting you to pray with your brain, not against it? Today we're diving into how your brain works under stress and how to build a prayer life that supports your nervous system instead of fighting it. Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself as you hear this. Have you ever tried to pray, but your brain felt like a browser with 47 tabs open? You close your eyes to talk to God, and suddenly, you remember something you forgot to do, you replay a conversation, you start worrying about tomorrow, you mentally plan dinner, you think about that message you haven't replied to, you feel your heart speed up, you feel your thoughts scatter, and before you know it, you're not praying, you're spiraling. If that's you, pause right here and type in the comments, "That's me." You'll be shocked how many people say the same thing. Now here's the part most people never hear in church. Your brain isn't fighting your prayer life, it's overwhelmed. Your mind isn't wandering because you're spiritually weak. Your thoughts aren't racing because you don't love God enough. Your focus isn't scattered because you're bad at prayer, your brain is overloaded. Your nervous system is activated. Your mind is trying to protect you. And God knows this. He's not disappointed in you. He's not frustrated with you. He's not shaking his head thinking, "Why can't you focus?" He understands your wiring because he designed it. Today, we're diving into something powerful that will help you pray with the brain you actually have, not the brain you wish you had. We're talking about the neuroscience of prayer. And before we go deeper, I want you to do something simple. Tap like if you've ever felt guilty for being distracted during prayer. This helps the video reach others who need this freedom too. Now let's begin. Why your brain races, the science behind mental noise. Let's start with something that will set you free. Your brain is not trying to sabotage your prayer life. Your brain is trying to keep you alive. Inside your brain is a network called the default mode network, the DMN. This is the part of your mind that becomes active when you're not focused on a specific task. It's the part that wanders, daydreams, replays memories, predicts the future, solves problems, scans for danger, processes emotions. The DMN is not sinful. It's not rebellious. It's not unholy. It's human. And here's the key, when you sit down to pray, the DMN gets louder, not quieter. Why? Because prayer creates stillness. And stillness gives your brain space to unload everything it's been holding. Your brain says, "Oh, we're not doing anything? Perfect. Let me dump all the unresolved thoughts, emotions, worries, and to-dos I've been carrying." This is why your mind races the moment you try to pray. It's not spiritual failure. It's neurological overflow. If this is already helping you understand yourself better, comment, "My brain makes sense now." Your brain under stress. Now let's go deeper. When you're stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, or overstimulated, your brain shifts into survival mode. Your amygdala, the fear center, becomes more active. Your prefrontal cortex, the focus center, becomes less active. Your nervous system becomes more alert. Your thoughts become more scattered. This is why prayer feels harder when you're stressed. Your brain is not resisting God. Your brain is trying to protect you. And God knows this. Psalm chapter 94 verse 19 says, "When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. Not when I was calm. Not when I was focused. Not when I was spiritually perfect. When anxiety was great. God meets you in the noise, not after the noise stops. Your brain is wired for movement, not stillness. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain focuses better when your body is moving. Movement regulates your nervous system. Movement organizes your thoughts. Movement reduces mental clutter. Movement increases dopamine, the motivation chemical. This is why you think better when you walk. This is why ideas come to you in the shower. This is why pacing helps you process emotions. So when you try to pray while sitting perfectly still, your brain may actually struggle more. Stillness is beautiful, but it's not the only way to pray. If you've ever felt guilty for needing movement, type, "Movement helps me pray." You're not alone. Your brain needs a different kind of prayer. Here's the truth. Your brain needs prayer that matches your wiring. If your mind is fast, creative, active, or easily stimulated, then forcing yourself into silent, motionless prayer is like trying to force a river to freeze. It's not going to happen, and it's not supposed to. God is not asking you to pray like someone else. He's asking you to pray like you. And when you pray in a way that aligns with your brain, everything changes. You feel more connected, you feel less guilty, you feel more present, you feel more honest, you feel more grounded. This is why understanding your brain is not worldly psychology, it's stewardship. It's wisdom. It's self-awareness. It's spiritual alignment. If this resonates, comment, "I want to pray with the brain God gave me." Regulating the nervous system before you pray. Now that you understand why your brain races, let's talk about what you can do before you pray to help your mind settle. Because here's the truth, you can't pray from a regulated place if your nervous system is dysregulated. Your spirit may be willing, but your body is overwhelmed. Your heart may be open, but your brain is overloaded. Your intentions may be pure, but your system is in survival mode. So instead of forcing yourself to focus harder, you need to calm your body first. If this already feels like a relief, type in the comments, "I need this." Let's walk through 3 science-backed techniques that prepare your mind for prayer. 1. The physiological sigh. This is one of the fastest ways to calm your nervous system. It's simple. Inhale once. Inhale again, a shorter top-up breath. Exhale slowly and fully. This pattern signals your brain to reduce stress hormones. Try it right now with me. Inhale. Inhale again. Exhale slowly. Feel that? Your body just shifted out of survival mode. Now imagine starting prayer from that place. If you felt even a small release, comment, "I felt that." 2. Sensory grounding. God, thank you for what I can see, hear, feel. When your mind is racing, grounding your senses brings you back into your body. Look around and name 3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, 1 thing you can feel. Then pray, "Lord, thank you for this moment. Meet me here." This is not New Age. This is embodied awareness, something Scripture models constantly. David prayed with his senses. Jesus prayed with his senses. The prophets prayed with their senses. Your senses are not distractions, they are anchors. If grounding helps you, type, "Grounding works for me." 3. Vagus nerve activation. The vagus nerve is the body's built-in calming system. When activated, it slows your heart rate, relaxes your muscles, and quiets your mind. Here are simple ways to activate it before prayer. Gentle humming worship. Humming vibrates the vagus nerve and calms the body. Try humming a worship chorus for 10 seconds. Slow rocking. Rocking is deeply regulating, especially for trauma-shaped nervous systems. Hand over heart. This signals safety to your brain. Say, God, hold my heart. If you've ever felt calmer during worship than during silent prayer, this is why. Drop a comment. My body needs this kind of prayer. Why this matters. When your body calms, your mind follows. When your mind settles, your spirit becomes more attentive. When your spirit is attentive, prayer becomes connection, not struggle. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. You are not less spiritual for needing regulation. You are human, and God meets humans, not machines. If this is freeing you, type, I'm learning to pray differently. Brain-friendly prayer styles that actually work. Now that your body is calmer, let's talk about how to pray in a way your brain can sustain. Because here's the truth, your brain needs structure, rhythm, and sensory anchors, not pressure. Let's explore 4 prayer styles that align beautifully with how the brain works. 1. Scripted prayer reduces cognitive load. When your brain is overwhelmed, spontaneous prayer can feel impossible. Your mind goes blank. Your thoughts scatter. Your words disappear. Scripted prayer removes the pressure to come up with something. Examples: the Lord's Prayer, Psalms, written prayers, prayer cards, liturgical prayers. Scripted prayer gives your brain a path to follow. If you've ever felt relief reading a prayer instead of creating one, comment, scripted prayer helps me. 2. Breath prayer. Synchronizes mind plus body. This is one of the most powerful tools for busy minds. Choose a short phrase and pair it with your breath. Inhale, Lord, you are near. Exhale, I am not alone. Inhale, fill me with peace. Exhale, release my fear. Breath prayer works because it regulates your nervous system. It anchors your attention. It reduces mental noise. It creates a rhythm your brain can follow. If you want me to create a breath prayer playlist, type, yes, please. 3. Walking prayer engages the motor cortex. Your brain focuses better when your body is moving. Walking activates the motor cortex, which reduces activity in the default mode network, the part responsible for wandering thoughts. This is why walking prayer is perfect for overthinkers, ADHD minds, anxious minds, creative minds, trauma-shaped minds. Try this. With each step, say, guide me, steady me, stay with me. If walking prayer feels natural to you, comment, walking helps me pray. 4. Guided prayer, external voice reduces internal noise. Sometimes your mind is too loud to pray alone. A guided prayer gives your brain something to follow, a voice, a rhythm, a structure, a pace. This reduces internal noise and increases focus. If you want me to create guided prayers for busy minds, type, guided prayers, please. Why these styles work? Because they match your wiring. Your brain is not built for long, silent, unstructured prayer, especially when overwhelmed. But it is built for rhythm, breath, movement, structure, sensory input, repetition, external guidance. When you pray in ways your brain can sustain, prayer becomes easier, more natural, more consistent, more peaceful, more embodied, more connected. If this resonates, comment, this is the kind of prayer I needed. Building a prayer habit your brain will remember. Now that we've talked about how your brain works and how to pray in ways that match your wiring, let's talk about something equally important. How do you build a prayer habit your brain will remember? Because here's the truth, your brain doesn't change through pressure. Your brain changes through repetition. Your brain doesn't learn through guilt. Your brain learns through patterns. Your brain doesn't respond to shame. Your brain responds to consistency. If this already feels like a breath of fresh air, comment, consistency over perfection. 1. The habit loop. Cue, action, reward. Every habit your brain forms follows this pattern. Cue, something triggers the behavior action. The behavior itself reward, the feeling or outcome that reinforces it. Prayer becomes easier when you attach it to cues your brain already recognizes. For example, cue, making coffee. Action, Lord, fill me today. Reward, a moment of grounding, or cue, sitting in your car. Action, God, guide me. Reward, a sense of direction, or cue, lying down at night. Action, hold my mind in your rest. Reward, peace. Your brain loves patterns. Your spirit loves connection. Prayer habits form when those two things meet. If you want me to create a prayer habit tracker, type, yes, please. 2. Anchor habits. Attach prayer to what you already do. You don't need to create new routines. You need to attach prayer to the rhythms you already live. Examples. When you brush your teeth, renew my mind. When you wash your face, cleanse my heart. When you open your laptop, give me clarity. When you walk to the bathroom, guide my steps. When you drink water, refresh my spirit. These tiny moments become spiritual touchpoints. If this feels doable, comment, I can do this. 3. Tiny habits. Start smaller than you think. Your brain resists big changes, but it embraces small ones. So instead of saying, I'm going to pray for 30 minutes every morning, start with, I'm going to pray for 30 seconds when I wake up. Instead of, I'm going to read 3 chapters, start with, I'm going to read 1 verse. Instead of, I'm going to journal for 20 minutes, start with, I'm going to write 1 sentence. Small habits create big transformation. If you're ready to start small, comment, small steps matter. 4. Habit stacking. Build prayer into your day. Habit stacking means adding a new habit onto an existing one. For example, after I drink water, I pray. After I sit in my car, I breathe. After I check my phone, I say, thank you. After I walk into my home, I release the day. Your brain loves stacks. Stacks create rhythm. Rhythm creates consistency. If you want me to create a habit stacking guide, type, stack it. 5. Your brain learns through repetition, not pressure. This is the part that sets people free. You don't need long prayers to build a prayer life. You need repeated prayers. Your brain changes through repetition, rhythm, return, reinforcement, not through shame, guilt, pressure, perfectionism. If this resonates, comment, my brain learns through rhythm. God meets you in the way your brain works. Let's bring everything together. You may have spent years believing that your racing thoughts made you spiritually weak. You may have felt guilty for being distracted. You may have felt ashamed for not praying the right way. You may have felt like your brain was working against your faith. But today, I want you to hear this clearly. Your brain is not your enemy. Your brain is your ally. And God meets you through the brain He designed. Let's recap what we've learned. 1. Your racing thoughts are not a spiritual failure. They are a neurological response. Your brain is overloaded, not rebellious. Your mind is trying to protect you, not sabotage you. If this truth freed you, comment, I'm not broken. 2. Calming your body helps you pray. The physiological sigh. Grounding your senses. Activating the vagus nerve. These are not extra, they are essential. Your body is the doorway to your mind. Your mind is the doorway to your spirit. If you want a guided nervous system calming prayer, type, guide me. 3. Brain-friendly prayer styles work better. Scripted prayer. Breath prayer. Walking prayer. Guided prayer. These styles match your wiring. They reduce mental noise. They increase connection. If one of these stood out to you, comment which one. 4. Habits form through rhythm, not pressure. Cue right pointing arrow action, right pointing arrow reward. Anchor moments. Tiny habits. Habit stacking. Your brain learns through repetition. Your spirit grows through returning. If you're ready to build a prayer rhythm, comment, I'm building my rhythm, closing word. You don't need a different brain to pray. You don't need a quieter mind to connect with God. You don't need perfect focus to be spiritual. You need honesty. You need awareness. You need rhythm. You need grace. And every time your mind wanders, every time your thoughts race, every time you lose focus, you can simply say, Here I am, Lord. And He will meet you, not after your mind calms, but right in the middle of the noise. If this episode blessed you, comment, This helped me, and if you're ready for episode 3, type, Start episode 3.